Hello, and welcome to Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter, a podcast where Dr. O from All Creatures Every Spine interviews doctors and animal owners that utilize animal chiropractic to get their unique perspectives. Yes, it's really a thing. Dr. O utilizes his 30 years of experience as both an animal chiropractor and veterinarian, and to dig deep into the discussion of complex issues affecting the lives of your animal friends and companions. Join us for this educational episode. Thanks for joining us for this portion of the episode as Dr. O begins to answer the question, what is animal chiropractic? He will look at how the chiropractic adjustment is a valuable and viable treatment for what ails your animals.
Hey, this is Dr. O, and thank you for listening to this episode. Chiropractic, a lot of people feel that chiropractic is working on bones and cracking bones, and that's not what it's about at all. What it is that the nervous system is housed within those bones. So the bones are excellent handles for chiropractors to adjust. But when they adjust those bones, the nerves inside those bones are able to communicate better with the end organs and with the brain, and that helps. You know, people under chiropractic care are 98% better chance of surviving a pandemic. If you go back and look at chiropractic in the 1918 flu epidemic, the pandemic, you know, definitely people that got chiropractically adjusted were a lot more likely to survive. And science continues to validate that. It's huge what we know about animal chiropractic and human chiropractic. In 2014, there's new research that proves that the health of the nervous system directly influences the strength of the immune system, that they're interconnected. And so it's huge. But it really changed everything. And it proved that the adjustments improved vagal nerve tone, dramatically improving overall health and function of all organs, including digestion and stress, everything that causes stress. So immune system health improves substantially when regular chiropractic adjustments become part of every family health plan, not just for the animals, but every family health plan. It's so important. So the animals that are our pets, the animals that are our companions, the animals that we compete with on a weekend basis, on a weekly basis, the animals that help us in our day-to-day job, and the animals that we eat, all benefit from the chiropractic adjustment, because the chiropractic adjustment improves the nervous system. And a good chiropractic adjustment starts at the atlas and goes all the way down through the spine. You know, I heard one chiropractor, a friend of mine from Georgia, he said some guy came in and said, "Aren't you going to look at my knee, doctor?" And the chiropractor said, "Well, didn't know you had a spine there, so let's adjust your spine first and then see what happens." The guy's knee got better, even though there wasn't an adjustment in the knee. So, when you have a good chiropractor come out, one that's certified and trained in proper animal chiropractic, they will know how to check the functioning of the nervous system. They may do some tests that you've already seen done by a traditional veterinarian. They may check what's called proprioception. They may check range of motion. Okay? They should do this before and after. You know, they may just run their hands down the back and say, "Oh, yep, there's one, there's one, there's one." But a good animal chiropractor will be able to show you what's going on with your animal, what should be improved with a chiropractic adjustment, and also will tell you what might take time to heal, because it takes the body time to heal itself, just like it took the body time to get sick. You know, muscle atrophy, muscle unevenness doesn't happen overnight. It takes a while, okay? at least 7 days with lack of innervation, and probably more like 7 weeks with lack of use. And we know that if an animal has some difference in sizes of muscle, it's probably because of lack of innervation, just because of the way the animal moves. So, look at your animals. Do they have the same amount of muscle on both sides? Are they bilaterally symmetrical? Do both sides look the same? Check those things out. And then we, as chiropractors, will remove the interferences to your animal's body. And then the animal has to do the rest. We can only clear the nervous system. So our goal is to clear the nervous system, not to alleviate symptoms. And if your animal gets better, that's great. One of the things that I always ask clients on their second visit, and there's a huge difference when you're seeing the chiropractor, still and again. All right? So is your animal still doing the same thing he came in the first time, or is he doing it again? And those are huge differences, because one, it went away for a while and now it's back. Great, we're on the right track. Still, okay, if it's still there, then is it better than it was before? Is it the same? Those are all things we need to look about for. So, keep adjusted, above, down, inside out. That's how we all heal. Whether it's an animal, a dog, a cat, a horse, a chicken, or one of your other family members. Chiropractic adjustments. Above, down, inside out. Adjust first, drug second, surgery third. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to seeing you next episode.
Make sure to visit our website, allcreatureseveryspine.com, where you can subscribe to the show and learn more about getting your animals adjusted. If you are in the Meridian, Texas area, drop in on a Tuesday afternoon to get your animals adjusted. If that isn't possible, schedule a consultation on your animal's health with Dr. O. You can also purchase a copy of Dr. O's book. Yes, it's really a thing.
Hello everyone, and welcome to barfworld.com. If you're seeing this video, it typically means you're interested in trying our 90-day challenge. If your pet is suffering from allergies, kidney issues, obesity, diabetes, or even cancer, our food can help with that. So if you're ready to see your pet's health dramatically improve in just 90 days, call us and schedule your consultation today. Hope to talk to you guys soon.
What is going on, everyone? My name is Stan Smith. I'm the CEO of X-Dog and the inventor of the X-Dog Weight and Fitness Vest. What is the X-Dog Weight and Fitness Vest? In a nutshell, it is the world's greatest harness for dogs. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're looking to build muscle, combat obesity, address anxiety issues, high energy, you want to suppress that energy level. If you just want to take the average walk and turning into a health improving workout, we made it so convenient to exercise your dog that you literally only need about 30 seconds a day. It doesn't matter if you're doing basic obedience training or compete at high level dog sports or in protection sports. The X-Dog Weight and Fitness Vest can enhance it and take any type of daily lifestyle to the next level. If you want to be part of our mission of eliminating canine obesity or just being a part of our team, make sure you go to teamxdog.com. As always, man, I want to thank you for your time and your support, and Team X-Dog strong.
Helping others experience an abundant life with the gift, art, and blessing that is Animal Chiropractic is our sole mission at All Creatures Every Spine. It's what we do. It's what we love. It truly is what keeps us motivated to help people just like you. I truly love the art of chiropractic. It drives me to provide the highest level of chiropractic possible. And as fellow chiropractic business owners, it's that love that drives us to become better. However, the reality is that sometimes running a successful business can be challenging. Sometimes there can be obstacles to overcome. We all know the old saying, if it were easy, everyone would do it. Well, one thing that is really easy is marketing our clinic with a professional animal chiropractic website by the Kairos Website Pro, Tony Seymour. He's a professional web designer, and his team at Kairos Website Pro take good care of us. They simply make marketing our practice 100% hassle-free. If you're looking for the #1 hands-free way to market your practice, give the Kairos Website Pro a call at 423-779-4630 or simply visit www.kairoswebsitepro.com and make sure you ask them about the special ACES discount and let them know Dr. Amy and Dr. O sent you. You'll be glad.
Join us as Dr. O interviews a certified chiropractor, veterinarian, or an animal owner. These enthusiastic people explain how they utilize animal chiropractic to alter the lives of the animals in their communities.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter. I'm your host, Dr. O. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody out there listening. You have put us in the top 15 of 250 chiropractic podcasts. We're in the top 15. That's because you guys keep listening. Subscribe, tell your friends, keep us up there. All right. I'm your host, Dr. O. Today, I'm here with Dr. Cara Hall. Tell us a little bit about yourself, ma'am.
Well, hello. Thanks for having me. I went to Parker University. It was Parker College then. I've been practicing human chiropractic for, 20 years now. Can't believe time goes by so fast. I have 5 kids, 4 dogs, 2 horses, 4 cats, and just loving life right now.
So
and here they are.
You just adjust everybody once a day, right? And then that's
Pretty much.
your day?
At least somebody in the house. That's for sure.
All right. Tell us about your practice.
So I've been at the same location now, practicing mostly on humans until lately. Just enjoying taking care of people, getting them to their optimal wellness. And now I've added, animal chiropractic, and I don't know how to express just having the renewed passion for the philosophy of chiropractic. I love taking care of people. I love taking care of the dogs that come in. And what else can I tell you?
What do you mean about the renewed philosophy? Where did that come from? What do you mean?
Well, the renewed philosophy is because I went to ACES, and I took the program finally, and I don't know, it just lit up a whole another excitement and getting me back on track of what chiropractic really means to me.
And that means a lot to me when I hear chiropractors say that. I think it was in about 2019. I was trying to explain to somebody what I do and how I do it, and somebody said, "Well, you're a principled veterinarian, Dr. O." And so I asked a couple of principled chiropractors if I could say that, and they looked at me and they said, "Yeah, you can say that." And we truly do believe in the principles of chiropractic.
Yes, absolutely.
There's 33 principles that chiropractic is founded on, and they haven't changed because they don't need to change.
That's true. Exactly.
We don't need the new and better 34 principles.
No. Exactly. Exactly. And I don't know, the more you just get into and let it almost like seep into your everyday life, I couldn't imagine life without it. I don't know how some people don't get chiropractic care. I really don't.
Well, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? I don't know. I can't see straight. My eye goes over here. I don't know.
And I used to enjoy like rodeos and barrel races and dog sports, going and watching an agility dog show. And people ask me, are you going to come, set up a booth? And I'm like, oh, no, no. Oh, we'd love to have you there. We can probably get, half of the dogs that are there to get adjusted by you. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the other half that I can't even watch.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how you go to the mall.
Yeah. Well, it's just even driving to work, watching people walking or running on the sidewalk or even just walking their dog. I can't help but go, you need to go to the chiropractor. I don't yell it at them. I just say it in here.
I'd have to start every morning with a pack of cards about like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't talk. Just hand them out. Just hand them out.
Hand them
exactly.
out.
Yep.
And I came up with the way, and people are like, oh, you throw. I said, yes. Check it out. Go to yeschiro.com. Yeschiro.com. And that is my landing page, and you can go schedule an appointment to get your dog looked at. You can schedule an appointment to talk about school. You can go look at the school. You can go look at the clinic webpage. But I was like, wow, nobody snatched that website.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm
good.
like, yeah.
Yes.
So it's so easy. So people, I just yeschiro.com, and that's you
awesome.
can remember it. Yeah. Yeah.
I want something like that.
Go to GoDaddy.com, and just say, search for my domain name, and just put in Cara's Kairos.
Yeah.
And see and see if you get it. Or,
right. Chiropractic Now.
Chiropractic Now. Yes. Cairo Now is even quicker.
Yeah, it is quicker. Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, and it's 15 keystrokes is what I read the other day. That if you have to type in over 15 keystrokes, that's our attention span is too short now.
Yeah, I would believe that. Yes.
But so what's your biggest, I know you haven't been doing it very long, but what's your biggest win with Animal Chiropractic?
Well, honestly, biggest win, just the experience that I'm having, even just getting word of mouth referral so far. I'm at least, I know that human chiropractic is my majority right now still, but I'm getting my hands on, several dogs every single week, and they're not just my own. So that's a win. And, for someone to travel an hour to see me right now with their dog, I feel blessed with just that, even just with that one dog. So I have had a couple of hard cases though, right off the bat. So that was, it was good. But I like the easy.
The universe will never give you more than you can handle.
Yes. Well, it's pushed me to my brink. I'll tell you that. For sure.
But did you know your brink was that far over? See?
No, I didn't.
All right. So it was just letting you know it's a little further than you think.
Yeah.
You said you see several dogs a week, and when we started this back in 2000, I was at a meeting and we were trying to decide what your requirements for continuing your certification would be.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with, a couple of us were doing 10 or 20 animals a week. And we said, so we should be doing, and there were several doctors that were practicing at that time back in 2000 and 2000, that era, that said, man, I have trouble doing one a week. And so you're going to get, when it's time to renew, you have to testify, that you adjust at least 52 animals a year.
I hope so.
And there were actually people that were like, oh my God, that's too many, 52 a year.
Really?
Like, that's one a week.
That's crazy.
But that was way back in 2000. And
Yeah.
now I just got off, the phone with a guy that's been certified for a little over a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a waiting list.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah.
And waiting list hurt me because I know how much damage occurs once the subluxation happens.
Yeah.
And I know how fast it happens. I mean, if I called my chiropractor up and said, hey, I think I need to get in and see you, and he said, oh, it'd be 6 weeks, I'd be finding a different chiropractor because,
well, that's true. Yes.
I need to get adjusted.
Right.
In 40 seconds. In 40 seconds, we get up to a 50% reduction in nerve transmission when a subluxation occurs. That's scientifically proven. When we have a subluxation and a joint doesn't move for 7 days, we get microscopic changes that last for 6 months.
Yep.
So people say I get adjusted once a month. I'm like, I get adjusted once a week. I get checked once a week. If I don't need an adjustment, okay, but get checked, because I know those damages. You're talking about optimum wellness and what optimum wellness is.
Mm-hmm.
Be a really good time to bring out. So there is the book. Yes, it's really a thing. We have the dog book and the horse book.
Yep.
But the new book will be out soon. Yes, it's a better thing.
Yeah.
A chiropractic lifestyle for your dog.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it covers the 3 things that we talked about. It talks about removing nervous system interference, providing optimal nutritional building blocks so that your dog can be the best dog he can be, and then appropriate exercise.
Awesome. That's going to be very, very helpful.
So, and it's a better thing. So yes. So how has animal chiropractic changed your life?
I didn't know. So, well, the term, you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't not think about chiropractic for my animals. I just didn't know how to do it, and so being able to have that, because I'm a very visual person, I'm kinetic, have to tactile, touch and feel. And so palpating even just my own animals after I've had, some awareness, it has really helped me you can see the changes in them faster sometimes than you can in humans. So that instantaneous, almost satisfaction, gratification of the work that you do with, applying an adjustment. It just lets me know how much I can help and how much I can communicate to the humans too. It's just such a I don't know. It's just been a very eye-opening and helped build my philosophy back up, if that makes sense. Because I see people every day. Well, I see my own animals, but they become kind of like the scenery. You kind of get blinded to some of their stuff. But then when you start opening up and broadening your horizons, I think that just allowed me to have that much more gratitude towards chiropractic and what I can offer my animals as well as my patients. And I can talk more well-rounded because I have education materials up that it just makes sense, just like the book says. Is it really a thing? I get, when people realize that that's what I do, or they see a dog coming in or out of the office, they're like, you do that? I'm like, well, yeah. Well, they have a spine too. They just walk on 4 legs and we walk on 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it has, I don't know. It's just really been renewing my passion, actually. Totally.
Can I be candid?
Yes.
You look happier.
Yeah. Well, thanks. even with the gazillion things going on, yes, it's been great.
Yeah. And you came to class on some weekends that weren't exactly the best weekends to be traveling to the middle of Texas in a ranch. And
oh my gosh, no. That first one especially.
We had to walk.
Yeah.
A half-mile uphill both ways.
At least I had boots on, so that was good.
We had ice storm. Just so everybody knows, it was the one ice storm we had. We ended up having 4 or 5 people that made it, but a couple people had to cancel because of weather. Yeah. And we had a great weekend.
It was great.
But yeah. So
absolutely. The weather ended up being awesome.
And so we'll talk a little bit about how long. Do you remember when you first talked to me about taking an animal chiropractic program?
That was a long time ago. Like officially talked to you not that long ago, but like when my first interest and my awareness of what you guys had to offer, you were not in Meridian.
Yeah, we were still up in Salina. Yeah.
Yeah. And you were still traveling to North Carolina?
Yep. With South Carolina to see Dr. Amy. Yep.
And I was having my kids take lessons at a barn in Corinth, and you came out and took care of a horse there for us.
That would have been before 2016.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So you have been talking about this
for
a long time.
Yep.
So 7 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you do 5 animals a week, okay, this is for these other people, not for you, but this is for these other people that are dragging their feet. 5 animals a week. That's 3,500 weeks.
That's a lot of.
That's 15,000 animals that didn't get adjusted. Yeah. Because you all are out there dragging your feet.
Dragging your feet. I'm going to tell you, don't drag your feet. Get on it and do it.
Yeah. Because you don't advertise, right? It's all word of mouth.
Yeah, it's all word of mouth. Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
And your client education materials that you have for animals, where'd you get those?
In class.
In class, right? Yep. And I mean, they cost you chips, right?
Yes.
All right. So, and how'd you get your chips? By coming to class and answering questions.
Exactly. That's all it takes, really. Show up.
Yeah, show up. You get chips, and then you get to take stuff home.
Exactly.
So, yeah. There's, if you've been thinking about it, for any length of time, quit thinking and just do it. You
Yeah.
know, is it starting to pay for itself already?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. And even just like I said, the connections too, some of the networking and getting the website help, and not always reinventing the wheel, but getting educated, and then just applying your knowledge and putting your hands on animals. you know my cats don't necessarily appreciate it, but I still get my hands on them too. So
Fine lingerie bags work really well.
yeah, or start them at the kitten level, and then they don't fuss as much.
Yeah, but the older ones, if you stick them in a fine lingerie bag and zip them shut,
Yeah.
and then you can adjust them, they can't get you. And then when they calm down, you give them a treat and let them go.
Yeah.
Anyway, that helps. I found a lot.
Okay.
With when we had cats in Salina, that's the way we would do it. And yeah, they didn't seem to mind. And we'd even use them in class, so,
Yeah.
10, 15 people might have their hands on one cat. And that's a lot for a cat.
That's a lot for a cat. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So cool. So what do you wish everybody knew about animal chiropractic in your area?
Well, I wish everyone knew that it was available to them. I've actually, now that I've been in it, I am realizing that there are more chiropractors that, I don't know. I guess they say that they do it. I don't know their education. I don't know where they went necessarily, but it's, you just don't hear about it. But like, now that I went through it, and I, did my certification and got my exam and I passed, yeah, it's kind of like when you drive a red car, you all of a sudden see all the red cars, but
Mhm.
I still don't hear about people taking their animals to anything. I don't. So that's how, I guess I would say, is just like, just talk the chiropractic, get it out there. And I just wish more people were educated on it. And I know myself, just trying to make it easy to understand. And that's what I appreciated too, being in Meridian and taking the class in person, and you guys making us do things that weren't always that comfortable, and get up and, give an example, like do your report of findings, give whatever, something, an analogy that will work, that makes sense to people. And those are the things that I still practice a little bit every day. So.
And I'm glad we have, that's the most important thing. In animal chiropractic, we call it your report of findings. Chiropractors call it day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever. But, an elevator speech, I've got just a short period of time to educate an animal owner on who I am, what I do, why their animal needs a chiropractic adjustment, and why I am the one to deliver that adjustment.
Yeah.
Why they shouldn't be using, you said you don't know where these people get where they went to school. And I don't tell people, I just tell people to check their education, I don't badmouth them. If you want to use the guy that saw somebody do it once,
yeah,
great. That's fine, but maybe you want to use somebody that actually did, 240 hours of education, and you took over 100 quizzes.
Exactly.
And when people, if I get 10 people in a room that are that dog owners, and I say I'm AVCA certified.
Yeah, snore.
But if I say, I took a bunch of extra training, 240 hours of classroom work, and 100 quizzes that I had to take and pass. How many of you get a little quiz anxiety, a little test anxiety?
Yeah.
Yeah. Times 100.
Right.
And I did that, so I'm here to adjust your dog today. Oh, you did all that so you could adjust my dog. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot,
it is a lot.
but it's worth it.
It is.
Let's get your dog adjusted. Let him be the best dog he can be.
Right. Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the biggest thing. As of late, I've seen more older dogs, and I do a little follow-up call with the owner and go, "Hey, how'd it go? How's your pet been doing?" And it just lights me up in a good way when I hear, "Oh my gosh, he's moving around so much better." I have one lady that now she has learned that when she travels, her dog used to get really anxious, and when she'd come home, her pet would have diarrhea and she'd have to go through this whole thing. So since he's been getting adjusted, she doesn't have to give him anxiety medication before she leaves, and he doesn't have the digestive issues, and it's awesome. I mean, and that's doing just an atlas, maybe a sacral adjustment on this dog. That's it.
And so let me diverge a minute. Oh, that sounds like a miracle story. Oh my gosh, no, that's not a miracle story. It is what we do. We balance the sympathetic, fight and flight, diarrhea, anxiety, with the parasympathetic, relax, digest, nervous systems. And that's what the adjustment does. It balances the autonomic nervous system so that now your pet makes good decisions.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh my God, when's she going to come back? Oh my God.
Exactly.
Now it's, she's always come back before. I'll bet she'll come back again.
Yeah. And actually, I just remembered she said that the owner believes that her pet can actually hear better, because when she would come home from work, she was worried that her dog was going deaf because he wasn't getting up and greeting her. And since he started getting adjusted, he's like at the door when she comes home. So it's such a win to see things that I wouldn't know that about her animal unless she, saw the benefit and sees the change. So
I had a dog that came when I first started teaching school, and she came to Dallas to Parker, and she'd come to lab, and the first time she came to see me first, and then she started bringing a couple dogs, but she came to see me because her dog couldn't lay down at night. It was time to put him to sleep. She wasn't quite ready, and he couldn't get into a fetal position. And so we adjusted him, and he went home and slept that night. And then she started coming to class. And 6 years later, she finally had to put the dog to sleep because he was at old age.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, would you write me up a little thing, because we didn't have Google reviews then, but write me up a little thing I could use about what your dog's last 6 years were like with chiropractic care. And I just thought I was going to get this thing about how the dog slept better, right?
Yeah.
Well, my dog's an old Shar-Pei, and since he got adjusted, old Shar-Peis get ear infections all the time. And he never had an ear infection since he got adjusted. And his, he used to pee in the house, but that's just something that old male dogs do. And we knew it was time to get him adjusted when we found him urinating in the house. And so as soon as we get in, he'd quit urinating. If we got him adjusted every 4 weeks, we never had any urine in the house. We were actually able to get new carpets. And
big deal.
Yeah. And his tail, he's a Shar-Pei, supposed to have a curled tail, but old Shar-Pei's tails, they droop. And his got his curl back, and his skin was better. And I didn't have to give him these antibacterial baths every 2 weeks because he stunk so bad. He smelled better. And he slept through the night every night.
That's awesome.
And I was like, I never knew any of this stuff was going on because she never told me.
Yeah.
How's he doing? Great. He's just here for a routine maintenance adjustment. Find it, fix it, leave it alone.
Yep. That's what I like.
Yep. Any parting words of wisdom for animal owners, chiropractors, veterinarians, anybody?
I'm the one that procrastinated for various reasons. I would say don't overanalyze the whole paralysis by analysis. Chiropractic is for everybody, literally everybody. And there's no reason to doubt. And if you're gonna do animal chiropractic, rip the Band-Aid off and do it. Don't do it part way, jump in with both feet. If you are thinking about taking your animal to a chiropractor, do it. Don't wait. Just like you said, all of that time, being able to adjust one animal a week for the last 7 years, how much life, I'm not going to say it was wasted necessarily, but how much better it could have been for that animal, that homeowner, everybody around that, so.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know what they didn't know. So
this is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a healthcare provider, just like, we say, find it, fix it, leave it alone, and come back for more.
Yeah. And don't, just like when you adjust, you have said a couple times, all you do is adjust the atlas and the sacrum. And, and that's how we do. I've been doing this and I used to adjust a lot more than I do now. Mm-hmm. And I got worse results. And now that we now that we know why we adjust what we do. Mm-hmm. When I started, I didn't know, my philosophy was terrible.
Yeah.
Because I went to a school that had no philosophy. They didn't teach philosophy. I mean, we learned a little bit of philosophy, but I didn't know the 33 principles. I heard above, down, inside out, but I didn't truly understand it, and we never learned about adjusting the atlas. Why adjust the atlas? We never learned about dural torque. They talked about dural torque, but they never explained dural torque.
Right.
And, chiropractors, if you don't understand dural torque, veterinarians, if you've never heard the term dural torque, find out what it is, because it is huge. It's huge. And how easy can you check for dural torque?
Yep. So easy.
That's it. I just got home from the chiropractor. I don't have any dural torque right now. Tomorrow morning might be a different story.
Might be a different story. Exactly. Every day is a new day.
That's right. So anyway, I appreciate your time that you allowed us to talk tonight. It was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. How do people get a hold of you?
Well, people get a hold of me at Kairos Chiropractic here in Coppell.
Spell that for us.
It's Kairos is Kairos Chiropractic, and Coppell. I go by Dr. C in the office. My number is 972-304-3900. I answer any questions, welcome.
All right. And, people drive an hour, and that's awesome. The other thing that Dr. Hall can help you is she can help you find a certified animal chiropractor that may be closer to you.
True.
That thinks like she does.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because there are a lot of animal chiropractors out there, certified and non-certified, that don't know why they do what they do.
Yep.
And the reason we do what we do is because the body heals one way and one way only. Above, down, inside out. Keep those atlases adjusted.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you are or know a veterinarian or chiropractor, or a student of either of these professions, visit our website, Animal Chiropractic Education Source. to see how to become certified in animal chiropractic. Start improving the lives of the animals around you. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the ACES channels so that you never miss an exciting episode.